Hello, this is a Chessodoro game review. It was a 10-minute rapid game played by two 600 rating players. A student is playing white. So d4, the game started, knight f6, knight c3. Already I like this, yeah, maybe Jabal London. d5, knight f3. Yeah, so I would suggest for the student to play this kind of system. Yeah, for this level it's perfect. You can play it against anything basically. So check up on this on some YouTube videos. Yeah, there are plenty of how to learn how to play this, or London system. Yeah, that's another option. Okay, but white, I like how white played in the opening. They are playing according to three golden principles. Yeah, they took the center. Now they're developing pieces. Yeah, they're putting the bishop out. e3, e6. So black is basically copying white, but yeah, white is. I really like that fast mobilization how white plays. Bishop d3. You took with the pawn, but another option was queen takes, maybe even castle long to gain some interesting positions. Yeah, c takes d was good. a6. I think black was scared of this knight b5. Yeah, but it's not really a threat. If black plays something like this, there is no knight b5 because black can easily defend this, yeah, and then kick away your knight. So this was kind of a waste of move, I think. You castled, yeah, so very good, well done in the opening, all according to principles. And black played this move. I think it's kind of a bit dubious because it blocks the bishop, yeah. Maybe black is intending long castle. And excellent move with white, e4. It's a break in the center. Yeah, we see we castled already, so we see the enemy king still in the center. And we want to open the position as fast as possible. Very good. D takes e. Well, black could have maybe made long castle here. But then we can attack, yeah, because it's opposite side castling, so time is super important. Who attacks first, yeah? So white could go for something like this and just push the pawns, especially since we have this hook, yeah? If we manage to push b5, we're gonna open the lines. So this was an option. Black took instead after e4, they took this pawn, and then they castled, okay? Putting some pressure here. And now I think this is the first move where it's a bit dubious to me. e5. What happens here? And I think until here it was a 10-minute game, but until here you kind of blitzed out the moves very fast. So I think you should, especially after the opening. So basically opening is over, yeah, because we castled, we connected the heavy pieces. You need to think a bit, sometimes take a little bit 1 minute think, yeah, to think exactly what you're doing. So don't rush with like active moves, yeah. Just think a bit sometimes to understand the position, because e5 was a rash move. Why this is dubious? Because you're giving away the square for the opponent, yeah. You needed to keep the center fluid, yeah. It's a very nice asset to have the center. So maybe, for example, just continuing, yeah, just continuing looking at the black king, creating some attack, maybe these ideas. Or another option is, at least you can open the rook at any time. There is even a dangerous sacrifice. This was a, like, this pawn is hanging, but we are preparing a trap here like this. We exchange, we sack the exchange, but why black's king is terribly weak now. So yeah, we should attack here. Don't close the center, yeah? Keep the pawns fluid. We need them for attack to kind of keep this bishop open as well. So e5 was a bit dubious, but not I would not say it's a mistake, but it's not understanding positionally that you're giving away squares for opponent's pieces. And now actually blunder followed. So you played knight e4, clearly missing that he can take the free piece, yeah? So here is the first blunder, and I would say surprisingly no other blunders happened in this game. At this level I'm really surprised that there wasn't more blunders. So what you should play here, yeah, instead of blundering a piece. I think you should either retreat the bishop somewhere, maybe go here, but that helps for black to open the position on your king, yeah, to open the lines. So maybe not take this pawn, go here. Other option would be not to blunder this bishop, just take the knight. Just take the knight, open the line, yeah, for the rook. Okay, they take back. We could defend this at any moment, maybe bring the rook, start pushing the pawns. Okay, we've given him the square, but we still have attacking chances, yeah, because opposite side castling. Okay, after you blunder the piece, well, for good players, it's almost resignable position, but for your level, you need to play till the end, basically, till mate, yeah, to learn how opponent can win, yeah, learn many things. So g3 was played, and opponent kind of started to complicate the situation, yeah. They sacrificed temporarily their piece back, but they want to win it back. So actually a very good tactical play for black. So you went king takes, maybe a3, trying to at least complicate some things. a3 probably was better, yeah, forcing him to take with the queen. Then you have this sort of tactic move, yeah, cutting communication, and you can at least in the end come out with 2 pieces against the rook, which is bad for us, but still chances at your level. Okay, you took with the king this knight, rook d4, but now you're losing, yeah, you're kind of, he won the piece back, and now you're losing, you'll be piece down in the end. So queen b3, wanted to mention this move. The principle is when you're down in material, don't try to exchange queens, especially, yeah. Okay, we're down a piece, but we at least might have some attacking opportunities, yeah, if we keep the queen on the board, some chances against the king. Try to complicate the situation. Don't exchange queens especially, but try not to exchange any pieces to kind of swindle the game, yeah. But queen exchange was like really bad here, because now it's very easy for black, yeah. They have an extra piece and they just need to win the endgame. So basically you made their life easier to win the game. So f3, of course, maybe f4, just defend the pawn, yeah, was needed. f3, you kind of missed this pawn also. And let's see quickly through the game how black managed to win this. So they won another pawn, they gave some checks, they won this h2. Okay, and actually black played really well. Yeah, they didn't miss anything, they defended everything carefully, exchanging pieces, you see, final, like leaving only the rook, and they advanced the pawns. Yeah, they defended carefully everything, and this is game over basically, because they go to queen the pawns. Yeah, this was checkmate at the end. Okay, so interesting game. Let's conclude. I think opening was played really well according to principles. I especially liked that you developed the pieces so fast and effective, yeah? Like one move per piece, opening other pieces, quickly castling, well played in the opening. And especially good move e4. Yeah, king is still in the center, we will try to get to him. Okay, second thing was problems really started after e5, yeah? So this is the position. You played this positionally dubious move, I would say, yeah? What's the problem? You gave away the squares for opponent, yeah? Try to keep these pawns, yeah? Center is ours for the moment, and we are controlling lots of squares. Don't give away the squares for opponent to entrench their pieces, yeah? So, and here was this dubious move was followed by the blunder, so that's the main mistake of the game, yeah, the main blunder. So you just blundered the piece, yeah, you missed that the knight is attacking the bishop. So, and one more thing, when you're down material, yeah, like here, when you're down material, when you're about to lose something, yeah, don't exchange the queens. That's your only hope to create some counter chances. Yeah, even piece down. Try to keep the queens on the board. I would have played something like this here Yeah, at least you're fighting. Okay, king will get back. He's kind of safe here. You lose the knight, but at least you're complicating matters, yeah? You're keeping the queens on the board. He always has to watch out for some attacks, yeah, when the queens are on the board. Actually, the mate is threatened now, yeah, so black has to be careful. So keep this in mind. Don't exchange pieces when you're down in material. Super important thing to. And yeah, endgame was surprisingly, this was the only blunder, this losing of the piece in the game. I'm really surprised at this level that no one made any more blunders. So yeah, endgame was kind of slowly won by black. Yeah. Okay, I'll prepare a nice plan for you. So I think at your level, what is needed is to really know the whole tactical patterns, mating patterns. Yeah, opening you're already playing quite well. So maybe calculation tips at your level, yeah, not to be too hard. So I'll prepare a plan and see you around. Thanks for watching.